Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube, we have the long awaited 2023 NFL mock draft from Draft Daddy himself, Mel Kiper. As always, this is a raw reaction. Do not know what happens here at all. We're going to react together. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Showing love is free. Getting into it, the first overall pick, we have the Chicago Bears taking Jalen Carter. I thought long and hard about a trade here with the Colts, Raiders, and Panthers as the top candidates to move up for a QB. If I'm Chicago, I can move down for a few spots at premium picks, still get my choice. I'd make a deal. It takes two teams to make a trade. However, that's never a guarantee. For now, let's stick with the Bears keeping this pick. Okay. I don't disagree. I do think they trade it, but I don't disagree for right now. They need help from top to bottom. Defense was particularly dreadful. Last in the league in sacks, most points allowed, D all the way. Carter is an explosive interior pass rusher, run stuffer, gets the nod over Will Anderson. He's the best player in the draft, day one starter in the middle of the defense. Mr. Mel, I agree with you. This is a great pick if they stay at number one. I have him definitely over Will Anderson because he can play everyone on that line, and I genuinely think he's just going to be more dominant at the next level than Will Anderson. Just needs to get his cardio up. That being said, pick two. Whoa, Mr. CJ over Daddy Bryce. Let's see. Houston just fired Lovie Smith. Off-season priorities be upgraded QB position. Really struggled in his second season. Yes, he played very well in his first. Played over what we thought we would see. Two top 12 picks. They get quality starters as they continue to rebuild. I agree. See, why do you see Stroud here? I see Stroud as the best fit here, as the Texans could get their pick of the top passers. Extremely accurate, every throw, excellent touch. Usually don't put much stock into a single game evaluation, but his narrow loss to Georgia. Yeah, the kid played unbelievable to Georgia. Okay, he played unbelievable to Georgia. Showed me something was spectacular against elite defense, carving up the Bulldogs' arm, using his legs, moved around in the pocket very well. I agree. Houston has several needs, but it should start with Stroud. I have Stroud just barely behind Will Levis and Bryce Young in my rankings. I'm interested. Does he have Will over Bryce? I think Stroud has definitely got the tangibles, and I do think he's good now. Bryce Young's being questioned in size. I do agree with you, Mel. I love this pick. I think this is probably what's going to end up happening if you see number one get traded anyway. So, as a Texans fan, you can't be upset. Cardinals taking Will Anderson 100%. They're going to need to replace JJ. Premium pick to try to improve the roster. Pro Bowl edge right off of the bat. Wow. Tackle loss machine in college, 54 over the past two seasons. Dominated offensive tackles, run in the run and pass. Was unblockable at times against SEC competition for the Cardinals, who are losing JJ. He retired. He could play outside linebacker and move around the defense to create mismatches. Yes, Will Anderson is going to be a mismatch at the next level too. His speed is crazy. He's just got to get his technique up. That's all he's got to do. I think this is a great pick, Mel. 100% with your mock draft so far, assuming there's no trade. All right, well, that answers it. He has Bryce Young over Will. I 100% agree with this. I think Bryce Young or Indy needs to go QB. So, the trades of Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan did not work out. That's being very nice. Now starting over again. Don't they have to draft signal caller here? Yes. Talent on the roster. Yeah, I agree. Nothing. They have very good talent on the roster, but nothing matters if they don't have a QB. Clear gap of the top three passers in this class. Colts don't necessarily have to trade up to get one of them. In the scenario, they could take Young. He has a quick processor, elite feel for the pocket, how to move around and locate his target. 2021 Heisman Trophy winner, doesn't have a big frame. Downgrading him because of that, but I mean, that's kind of been answered through multiple people coming into this league that you don't necessarily need to be big. There aren't many starting QBs under 200 pounds. There was a report that came out that he's getting a nutritionist to put on some weight. I love his tape, though, and willing to bet on his talent. He gets to throw to Pittman and Alec Pierce. Yeah, this is a dream for you Colts fans. This is an absolute awesome pick. Bryce Young's got it. If you Colts get this, 10 out of 10. Awesome. Who do we got here? Whoa! Will to Seattle. Here we go. Third QB, top 5 picks. Will's going to be polarizing for the next few months. Turn on his tape, and you're going to see some poor interceptions and questionable decisions. But you're also going to see rockets that should have been caught in tight windows that no other passer in this class can make. I 100% agree, and I also think his receivers screwed him a little bit. Write that down, people who are watching. Write it down. He's going to be good. Don't compare him to Zach Wilson. He's better. There'll be a general manager in the top 10 who will see his positives over negatives. Also, ahead of the curve and learning his pro-style offense. I've been saying it. I've been saying this, that he's been in a pro-ready offense. I've been saying this, in just that experience alone is incredible. I find this very interesting because they have Geno. They plan on bringing him back as the reports that I've seen, so this is a very interesting pick for me. They do like Geno Smith if is he the long-term answer. If they franchise tag him, no, blah, blah, blah. If Seattle gives Smith a big deal, it surely would be happy with Will or Jalen Carter here. Yes. I agree. I don't think they can really go wrong here, but if you really want to develop a QB and don't think Geno is your answer for long term, I think this is a good move. We got Detroit here. Whoa, this could be a questionable pick. Tyree Wilson over Myles Murphy. Detroit takes Tyree Wilson. Lions finish their seasons with 8 wins, final 10 games. I mean, dude, they rattled them off, which I'm sure some of you Lions fans were pissed off at, but hey, it's a promising for the future. Jamal Williams is one of the funniest fucking dudes in the NFL. Go watch some of his highlights. I would love to do a reaction video to them, but we'll see in the future. They're ranked last in the league, yards per play, opposing QB. Okay, Wilson is the top true defensive end in this class, can help with both. He can use his burst at the snap, passing down 6'6" frame, holding in some run. Duo of him and Hutchinson would be incredible, with surprise rookie James Houston working in the obvious passing downs. I've been saying this kid is so lengthy and he needs to get a little bit more respect, but I don't know if I still put him over Myles Murphy. I love Myles Murphy. Detroit plays this card right. It could use number 18 pick on a corner. Too high to take one. I agree. QB position, likely take a close look in this class. Wage passer against Jared Goff. I mean, their offense didn't seem to be the big problem for me. The system looked better for Jared Goff. I think this is definitely a good pick because guess what? If Jared Goff sucks, you're probably going to be picking top 10, top 15 next year. Because when Jared Goff sucks, he really sucks. But the good pick for you Lions. Peter Skoronski. The Raiders are a team to watch for a trade-up for QB, but they also might prefer a veteran. Tom Brady. 100% Tom Brady's going there. Tom Brady's going to Las Vegas over a rookie to take for Derek Carr in 2023. His veteran roster can complete with the AFC West. I agree. Um, wow. Yes. Skronsky scored 33 games at left tackle for the Wildcats. Could move to guard or right tackle to the next level. He led just one sack in 2022. He'd be an instant starter. That's weird. Have I not been saying this the whole time? Thank you, Mel, for agreeing with me, or I guess I agree with you, but I'm going to go down a note that I said it first. We're going to leave it at that. Mel's been watching the videos. That's what I'm going to say. We're going to assume that. So, thanks, Mel. But yeah, this is the pick they need to do. They have a miserable offensive line. Their talent is ridiculous on their weapons on offense. If they bring Brady there, you're going to want to keep him up. Brady loves good offensive lines. This would be a home run pick. I'll be shocked not to see Miles Murphy on this next pick. Miles Murphy, Falcons had 21 sacks, which ranked only behind the Bears. Grady Jarrett, who is awesome. No other player had more than two. They have to get better along the front seven. Yes, yes, yes. Atlanta is another team with questions at QB, as rookie third rounder Desmond Ridder flashed at times at the end of the season, but he's not a lock to be the week one starter, though I expect the organization to do deep evaluations on this. For now, however, Murphy is too good to pass up. I 1000% agree. I have Tyree Wilson or Miles Murphy consistently going to the Falcons. I think they're a lock for defensive end, especially at that spot. This is going to be a phenomenal pick. Murphy's legit. Do not downplay Miles Murphy. Who we got here? Panthers? Anthony Richardson, maybe? Give me Anthony Richardson. Let's get this out of the way now. I wouldn't play Richardson in year one. He needs the time to develop. He's not an NFL-ready thrower. I've been saying this, but he's awesome talent. Raw QB, 6'4 frame. One of the league's most electrifying runners. His size, physical tools cannot be taught. That's fucking crazy. I've been saying this. Only completed 53.8% of his passes. He has a long way to go with his mechanics. High ceiling if the coaching staff can get him there. It's like I'm on a freaking recording. In this scenario, Panthers will need to sign a bridge QB. How about bringing back Sam Darnold? Richardson could sit on the sidelines. Still the head coach, but also as an extra second, third, and fifth round picks from McCaffrey trade. I 100% agree. I think the Carolina Panthers are in awesome, awesome spot for the future. You guys are in a sick spot for the future. If you get Richardson and then you could try to develop him, you guys go. Let's say you guys don't do well down the stretch, play him the second half of the season or like the last 4 games. See what happens. Give him some game time and see what this cat can do. Right now, bring back Sam Darnold, let him learn. But like I've been saying in every video, he needs to work on his QB techniques. His athletic ability is there. Don't even question it. Work on his QB ability. This is a awesome pick, and as a Panthers fan, you guys should be excited for this pick. I already see this on the bottom. Eagles taking Kaljaya Cansey. 4 teams gained first round from New Orleans last year. Now have a chance. Premium prospect. But they do have several decisions to make in free agency, including whether to bring back defensive linemen Cox, Quinn, Graham, Hargraves. Let's lose this pick to help him get younger. Let's see. KZ's 2022 tape is extremely impressive. I moved him way up my big board. He wreaked havoc the past 2 seasons, 13.5 sacks when lined up at defensive tackle most in the country. 6 foot, 280 pound, undersized. So was Aaron Donald. To be clear, he's not Aaron Donald, but he's still pretty good. He's not Aaron Donald. I also don't think he belongs here. We're going to get to that in a second. We know Philly's general manager invests heavily in D-line. Cansey would fit right next to first rounder Jordan Davis. Let's see. I don't like this. Brian Brees is there. Brian Brees has got to be the pick. I have Siiki Ika over him. Um, this I don't like this kid. Maybe Mel, I'll watch some more tape after this on this kid, but I don't think he's 10, number 10. I think this is way too high. Paris Johnson Jr. definitely needs to go to the Tennessee Titans. Offense was a mess. Results firing OC. General manager was also let go. Yeah, see, I've been constantly saying Taylor Lewan has played just 20 games of the past 3 seasons. Could be a cap casualty. He's probably going to get cut. I've been saying way too expensive. Might be an opening on the left side. Johnson played guard for the Buckeyes, 21. Moved left tackle in 22. It was tremendous. He'll be a plug and play starter in the top 15. Dude's awesome. Dude's awesome. Sorry, I was rambling there a little bit. I mean, I really ran through that one. I find it very, very hard to draft for the Tennessee Titans that is not a tackle at this point. If Skoronski or Johnson is on the board, the only other pick I have is like Quentin Johnston to replace AJ Brown. But this is the move. This is the move you need to make for your franchise, and your line was fucking hideous, and you're going to lose Taylor Lewan. But this is the move you need to make. I agree with you, Mel. I don't know what 10 was, but I agree with 11. What do we think Houston takes here? Oh, I love this kid. I love this kid. Let's see what he has to say about him. Texans, their QB, the future, and general manager. Okay. Deshaun Watson trade. Don't get picky to try to plug a hole. Blah, blah, blah. Van Ness is a versatile and productive defender who made an impact at end and tackle for the Hawkeyes, even as he never actually started a game. 13.5 sacks for the past 2 seasons, 9.5 from the interior, 4 from the edge. NFL teams covet that sort of positional flexibility. He'll get a lot of early snaps for Houston. I agree. I had a little comparison of Aiden Hutchinson to him just because his motor. This kid doesn't shut off. I love Lucas Van Ness. Please, please, if you're watching this video, spend some time, look him up. You're going to fall in love with this kid. I agree with every single thing Mel has said. I already see Jackson Smith and Jigba to the Jets. Um, let's see. Thought about offensive lineman here. That's what I would have went. I probably went Broderick Jones or Anton Harrison. Let's reunite my top-ranked receiver in the class, Jessica Garrett Wilson. Now you're going to bring his teammate in. He put 1,600 yards doing damage mostly in the slot. After his injury-plagued 22 season, he caught 5 passes. There was a big question of his health. He had nagging hamstring injury headed into the draft. This is a really cool pick by ESPN. Big fan of Najigba. Think he could be a star in the right situation. New York will most likely have a new starting QB, hint Rodgers, in 2023. In the past, will have to get support around him. This offense has a chance to be much improved. They had an absolute stellar draft last year. I agree. Najigba would be as a great start for this one. Back-to-back top 15 picks on receivers. Najigba is worth it because of what he and Wilson can do together. Let me tell you guys something. If Najigba and Wilson can get together again, it will be very uncomfortable for these defenses. Very uncomfortable. I agree with him here. I don't think it's their biggest need. I do think tackle is going to be the biggest need here, but I like the vision of it. I just don't have Devon Witherspoon as my first corner off the board. I don't. Will they bring back Jonathan Jones? That could determine what they do here. There could be a run on defensive backs in the 20s. Witherspoon is top corner. Why? Long physical, who shut down the entire side of the field. Also not afraid to stick his head and make a tackle. Outside corner could be a blah blah blah. Offensive line or wide receiver with this. Yeah, yes. I mostly have offensive line wide receiver here. And different corner. I agree. I don't like Witherspoon. I don't have him over Gonzalez or Porter. You can argue the rest, but not those two. Michael Mayer, 100%. Why do you not go tight end here, regardless of where Aaron Rodgers goes? Robert Tunyon, Mercedes Lewis, free agent, major hole, tight end class, really good, very good. Mayer's a top. I 100% agree. Complete player, 800 yards, 67 catches, 9 touchdowns, 22. Can stretch the middle of the field. Run past linebackers on seam routes. The only downside is that he does not have super long arms. But he's ahead of the game as a pass catcher. Green Bay could also use younger talent in the front seven. This is what they need to do. Their tight end position is very outdated, very rough, very over aged. I'm going to say they're overaged. Michael Mayer's that dude. He's going to be sick in the next level. All right, he may not have the longest arms, but trust me, he's athletic. Commanders are going to. I'll be shocked if you don't go corner. Okay, you can go that too. I actually agree with this. Another team at QB issues. Where does he have Richardson going? Interesting. Traded for Wentz. He sucked. Heineke, down the stretch. Bringing someone to compete with Sam Howell. No matter who's playing QB, though, they have to improve along their offensive line. Broderick Jones, 310-pound mauler who did not allow a single sack as a Bulldog. Left tackle in 2022. I wouldn't be shocked if he went in the top 10. Dude is crazy good. Crazy good. I love Broderick Jones. He just plays mean. This is a great pick for the Commanders, this or corner. I'm very shocked to see Christian Gonzalez fall this far. I'm assuming Joey Porter Jr. should be probably going in the next 5 picks. I'm shocked Quentin Johnston's still here, and Anthony Richardson. Hi, Joey. Joey Porter Jr. going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like father, like son. Steelers drafted linebacker Joey Porter in the 3rd round of 1999 NFL draft. They need his son. This is an awesome pick. 6'2", aggressive corner, 3-year starter for Penn State. Picked off just one pass, but guess what? He's always there. He's always there. Seems to get his hands on the ball when he's heading in the right direction. Steelers would likely be hoping one of the top offensive tackles dropped to them. They could also target defensive tackle. I don't know if there's anyone really left on the board. Did Paris Johnson go? Does he have Paris Johnson? Yeah, Paris Johnson. He had Skaronski up here, didn't he? Yeah. No, if Broderick Jones goes, then this is definitely the move for Pittsburgh, which goes right before them. I really love this pick. You also can go defensive tackle if Brian Brees is there at this point. But I can't argue with this. I like this. Skip over that. Christian Gonzalez to the Detroit Lions. I love him. He's like arguably my first corner in this draft. Lions quarterback issues, blah, 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 blah. Jeff Okudah flash talent, yes, but he's inconsistent, yes. Gonzalez was a lockdown defender at Colorado before transferring to Oregon, where he picked off 4 passes, improved every week. He's going to test really well in the combine. This pick makes too much sense for Detroit that badly needs an infusion of young talent in the secondary. This kid is raw. Raw. Christian Gonzalez is Himothy. I love this pick. Him going to Detroit, they're just a gritty team. You gotta like them. This is a great pick. Keon White to Tampa. Don't like this one bit. I'm going to start off by saying that. We already know they're going to have to look for a new offense coordinator. Leftwich gone, even with corners along the offensive concern along the offensive line. I'm looking at the end spot in Todd Bowles' defense as need Akeem Hicks and Golston both hitting free agency. Yes, 2022 second rounder Logan Hall will get snaps on one side next season, but this is going to be their pick. Ooh, this is rough. I think Lucas Van Ness went already, didn't he? Lucas Van Ness went. I have Felix and Duki Uzama over this kid. Um, BJ Ojolari over him. Nolan Smith over him if he's going to be playing edge. I just, yeah. Dominated at Old Dominion before going to Georgia Tech. Missed most of that season with ankle injury. Dominated 2022, 7.5 sacks, 57 tackles, another inside outside lineman. Eh, I just think it's too high. I don't think he's worthy of this slot. Another one that confuses me. Byron Young, okay. Went quarterback at number 5. Now you go defense. Seattle Seahawks struggled against the run. Didn't work out in the first round. 19. 2. Bruce Irvin made his way back to the 22 team as well. Young, another prospect who will be at the Senior Bowl, is intriguing at 6'3", 245 pounds. He fits with the mold of what Carroll wants. Front 7 defender, pass rush upside. 7 sacks, 13.5 tackles for loss, 22. Shows advanced moves. Like I said, I just listed 2 or 3 other players that I think should be going over this guy. I think this is a little high for him. Tuli Tulupelotu. I butchered his last name. You can read. Wow. Okay, I agree they need D tackle. I have Sikika over him. Let's see why my boy Mel wants him. Here's what he wrote last year for the Chargers. Chargers again struggling against the run 2022, an issue that plagued them for years. Going back to the 2018 divisional round playoff game, they allowed 4.8 yards per carry, which ranked 28th. How are we back here again? The LA allowed an even worse 5.4 yards per carry this season. I'm a Chargers fan. It's tough to read that. But yeah, they sucked. Allowed 5.9 yards per play. Once again, they sucked. Taking offensive lineman in the first round back-to-back draft, so this could be where he targets a big guy in defense. Tuli Plutu. Tuli Pl whatever. I can't say his last name right now. I said it in a previous video, but played mostly edge. Boom, 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 boom. And he takes some pressure off of Joey Bosa. Wow. Played edge at 290 pounds. Yes, this kid is good. I genuinely think if Quentin Johnston is here, but I do agree with this pick. What a home run this would be for you Ravens fan. My God, let's take this one in for a second. Wow. Wow. Lamar Jackson's going to come back. Okay, let me say this. You get Lamar, this receiver, this burner, this freakish athletic dude. Gonna be awesome. Wow. They even had a legit receiver like this. Hollywood Brown isn't even compared to this kid. Hollywood Brown's a burner, but he's got size. This is a home run pick at 22. My best receiver off the board for the Ravens. That's a home run pick. I don't necessarily agree with you, Mel. I don't think he's dropping this far, but this is a home run pick. I'm going to guess the Vikings are going to go another corner here. Pat Pete was their top corner, and he sucked. He honestly sucked. Wow, their first round safety last April played 2 defensive snaps before breaking his leg, missing the rest of the season. Rookie second round Andrew Booth Jr. played in 6 games due to an injury, and he's not a lock to start. Whoever takes, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I do think this is a need. I think Cam Smith is better. I think Keely Ringo is better. Same thing with this one. Cam Smith is better. Keely Ringo is better. But who am I? Mel gets paid a lot of money for this. Let's see. Why do you like this? Blah, blah, blah. Still pass rush from mediocre. Off-ball linebacker struggled badly. Strong quarterback class. Good target banks. Man coverage defender with exceptional physical tools. He could rise as we get close to the NFL draft as we see him test at the combine. Yes, this makes 5 corners off the board in round 1. That would be incredible. Dalton Kincaid is another great pick here. Luke Musgrave is a great pick. Assuming they don't take back Evan Ingram, he's probably going to get a bag. I just think Cam Smith is better. Keely Ringo's better. I don't like these last 2 picks. New York Giants take Jordan Addison. This is interesting. They took a big jump at 22. Daniel Jones took care of the football. Yes, he played out of his mind, especially Kenneth Galladay's not lived up. Blah, blah, blah. Addison put huge numbers up in Pitt. Yes, he knows how to get open. He's crazy good route running. Okay. Also get to work with Wan'Dale Robinson, who flashed before tearing his ACL. Giants are building. They're going to give Jones some help here. Addison's a burner. He looks nasty in USC. This is a great, great pick for you Giants. Bijan. I have this in a couple. It does make sense. Jerry loves to make these flashy picks. Tony Pollard just broke his fibula. Oof. This is a cool pick. Zeke's getting old. This is a really cool pick. Thought about defensive tackle, Brian Brees or Mozzie Smith. I like these both, especially him here. I can't believe he's falling this far. I don't know why I love Brian Brees. Bijan to the Cowboys makes sense. In Jerry Jones' eyes, that's why we're doing it here. Jerry Jones is that dude to do this. Do I like it? Eh. You guys get bigger needs, but I see it. Derek Hall. He almost went offensive tackle. Cody. Okay. Oh my God. Osiris Torrance isn't off the board either? They could lose a few defenders for agency. Poyer, Edmonds, Shaq Lawson. Has to use first round picks. Nah, nah, nah. I I don't think I think they have bigger needs here. I think this Osiris Torrance pick would be much better for them. I think a secondary pick here, maybe Cam Smith or Antonio Johnson is a better pick. I don't think Jordan Poyer returns. Um, I just think this isn't their biggest need. I think you go safety, corner, or guard as in Torrance here, especially if Torrance is here. I like Dalton Kincaid. I like him. Don't get me wrong. I also don't know if this is their biggest need. You guys need a little help in the defense. I mean, at this point, if Osiris Torrance is here, why do you not draft him? Why do you not draft Anton Harrison here? Your offensive line is always, always banged up. You can see what Burrow can do. Yeah, you need a tight end, but it's deep. It's deep in this draft. Osiris Torrance is your pick. I don't hate this pick, but if Osiris Torrance is here, that's what you got to do. Oh, I forgot about Isaiah Foskey. I like him here. I like him to Denver. I do like him here. When you look at this depth chart, there's no Chubb or Miller exploding off the edge, even though defensive coordinator did a great job with what he had this season. A little too late in round one. 22 sacks, 5 forced fumbles over the past 2 seasons. Wow. 265 pounds. He can play in a 3-4 or 4-3. I like this pick for them. I really like this pick for them. Wow, interesting. Brian Branch. Have him consistently going here. Let me see. Before even reading this, I'm going to say he's probably a defensive weapon. Could play slot, could play over the top. We'll see. Branch could play as slot corner or deep center fielder. It's crazy. My eyes literally just honed in there. I've been saying this in every single mock draft about this kid. It's filling Gardner Johnson's shoes. Branch is my top-ranked safety, but he'll be a cornerback on some teams' boards. I project the Eagles at defensive tackle with the number 10 pick. Okay. I love this pick. I have him going here consistently. I like this pick. On to Big Zay. Juju had a resurgent season. Mecole Hardman are both free agents. Could supplement, but they have this pick. Huge fan of the Flowers. 200 passes in his college career. Polished, shifty, shaking quarterbacks from all over the field to get open. Almost went with Jalen Hyatt, who's a better deep ball threat. Flowers is more ready to contribute early. Hyatt had 15 touchdowns and averaged almost 19 yards. I agree with this. I think they can go Hyatt. They can go Flowers. This is a good pick. As a Chargers fan, this would suck because this would be a home run for them. Zay Flowers is underrated. This is very good. But I agree with you. A couple things I don't agree with Mel on here is probably the defensive lineman rankings, the fact that Osiris Torrance doesn't even go in the first round, the fact that maybe Anton Harrison doesn't go in the first round, the fact that Quentin Johnston falls to 22. I would not put Kancey this high. But the rest I kind of like, and I can see. So, with that being said, the long-awaited Mel Kiper mock draft review is finally out. Thank you, Draft Daddy Mel. Two-Tone Sports here, always reviewing raw with you guys. I don't like cutting any of the video as I review this. I don't want you guys thinking I'm skipping. I don't want you guys thinking that I'm replacing any clip. Raw as it gets. So, with that being said, as always, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, leave a comment below. What do you think of Mel's draft? This is on ESPN Plus, so you're welcome for the people that don't have it. Yeah, see you next time. Please subscribe. 98% of people watching my videos are not subscribed. So, please hit that button. Showing love is always free. Thank you, and as always, let's have some fun with this one.